Hello everybody and welcome to part 3 of our eZPublish 5 development series. So in this tutorial I will talk about the Twig template basics. So in eZPublish 5 we use Twig template instead of the eZPublish template language, the legacy template language. We can check the legacy template language here. It's pretty much almost the same as the Twig template language. We can check here some samples here, like this variable usage, and let me check here, variables in the page layout, and yeah, you can check how the things work in the old eZPublish template. We have this reference here, and here we can see the template, the old eZPublish template operators, for example, and we have the array sum and etc. We have some template operators here. Also, we have some logical operators like equal. In short, we can say that Twig template is much better than the old eZPublish template language because it looks like almost the same as we do in PHP. So when we are comparing some variables, we use this instead of this. And believe me, it can become really strange when we need to do some more complex operations in the old eZPublish template language, because we use something like this, and if we need to compare several stuff, this expression here will become really ugly. The same goes to the mathematical operators we have here. Let me check if I can find it here, like to sum two numbers in the legacy template language, we use this. So you can imagine how the code would become if we need to sum like several variables like this. It would be really ugly in the legacy template code, but in Twig template that is not the case. It will be really natural, and it's much better than the old eZPublish template language. Also, Twig allow us to use some really cool stuff like macros, and we can extend templates in a really nice way by defining blocks, and then we can extend it in some way later. And here in this page you can find the basics of the Twig template. So in our page layout.html.twig file we have seen some Twig code. It's basically HTML code mixed with their own code, template code. So we start Twig template code like this, with double brackets or bracket and % sign off, and we put some Twig template code here. So let's check our presentation here. Twig template comes with some default functions. You can extend it and implement your own functions, but I have prepared some stuff here to show you. So this date function basically accepts as input a timestamp, and it will process it, and we can format the date. So let's test this function here. So if you copy this from the Google Docs, actually Google presentation, you need to change this double quote sign to work with NetBeans. So let's check what happens. Now we have this time output here, this date output here. So we can also change this format here and use something like this. So this is how we we can format date in Twig templates. Also, I have prepared one example here of setting one HTML string, and what happens if we output the string with raw and without raw function. So let's say we have something like this, and we refresh the page. So in the first case, we are not using the raw attribute. So when we output this without using the raw attribute, Twig will filter the HTML tags and convert it to safe characters, to safe HTML characters, so we can avoid some kind of like if we have a comment system and the users are putting HTML tags there, and we do not want that they put HTML tags there, then we can just do this. But if you are using the database to store some HTML and we want to show the HTML tags, then we can use the raw attribute, and it will not be converted to safe HTML characters, and we will have this here instead of this. So it will just output the string itself in the HTML code. Also, I have prepared this. This is how we can use a loop in Twig template. So it's basically for the variable in the array, and we have this here. Let's output this and check how it works. Let's check this here. So yeah, it outputs something like this. This is how we can use the for. So as you can see, the Twig template language is really simple to start with. So this is a comment block. If we put this here, this will not be output in the HTML code, and we can use the multi-line comment, something like this. And yeah, now if I refresh this page here, this will not be displayed in the HTML source as well. So this is how we can put comments in our Twig template HTML files. Also, I have prepared here, this is how we concat two string. We use this signal here. Also, Twig template comes with some filters like the uppercase, we have the lowercase. You can check the Twig documentation later, but let's test this filter here and see how it's happened. So basically, as you can see, you have HTML code and Twig code, and so this code here is like one block of code. So everything that we put inside these two Twig tags here pertains to this filter here. So let's try this in our HTML. So we can, as you can see, the string becomes uppercase. So everything that is inside this area will be uppercase. Let me close this and check this. This is how we set variables in Twig template. So we can set a string, an array, a hash array, and so on. We can also define booleans. You can check the documentation later for more example. This is how we can use if. So if some statement is true, then do something here. Else do something here, and so on. So this is the Twig basics syntax, and it's really simple, it's really quick to learn, but it has it made some improvements compared to the old easy publish template system, but we have some drawbacks, like we cannot use the fetch functions that are present in the old template language, but we can call controllers, and on it will be better than the old template language, and we can just create some helpers and use controllers, so it will be easier to implement fetch functions in Twig template, and it will be almost the same, with some advantages like extending templates and macros and nice syntax, etc. Now I'll just show one example about template inheritance and overrides. I have already created two YouTube tutorials, one talking about the template override system in eZTPL 5 and Symfony 2, and how to extend and override eZTPL 5 and Symfony 2 bundles. Here I will just create one override here and show how it works. So as long as we are using our two-tay base bundle here as the base for the custom bundle, I have already defined some overrides in this bundle here. So I have a full override for the article class and for the folder class, so I can just copy this Twig template to our extension and do some changes. We don't need to specify the override another time in the custom bundle. So I'm just going to copy the resources view content folder full. So I'm going to change the full template view for the location, for the content location, for the folder that is a folder. Let me change this. I need to create a new folder here, content, and inside content I need to create a folder called folder, because it's the folder class, and I can copy the template here. And now let's check this file here. So this file basically says that we are extending the page layout from two-tay base bundle, and as long as this bundle here, two-tay custom bundle, extends the two-tay base bundle, this page layout here overrides the two-tay base bundle. And if we are extending the two-tay base bundle page layout, we are actually extending the two-tay custom bundle page layout. But we can also put it here, like I believe we can do this instead of just left that way. But let's try both. Let's try to first use the base and next use the two-tay custom bundle. So if we reload the page, it will be basically the same, but we can notice here that the title here is reload word instead of something else. So if we check our new page layout, we can see that we have defined here one block called title and another block here called content. When we specify blocks, we are basically saying that, okay, this part here we can override by extending the page layout. So every block that is presented here we can extend here by just define the block in this template here. So if I put here a block called title and block here, and put something like this using a helper function, I have also created a tutorial about using Twig helpers functions. You can check in my YouTube channel, and you have some information about how to use the Twig helpers functions for eZPublish 5, like we have isFieldEmpty that verifies if some attribute from the content is empty. So if one field is empty, so we pass the content and the attribute name, and it will return true if the field is empty, or false if the field is not empty. So we have also the render field that we pass the content and the field name, and it will render the field for us. We have also the field get value and like content get field and is a field value, etc. You can check in my tutorial later. I believe I can put some link here, or just check in my YouTube channel. Let me check TC Viana. So the tutorial is this one. eZPublish 5 Symfony 2 multi-language support with Twig helpers. So I'll talk about these helpers here in that tutorial. So let's test our code again. So as I was saying, we can override blocks in this template here that is extending the two-table page layout. So now if we save here and try it, we can see that the title here is different. So instead of that real word, we have now this title here, and I believe there is some way to avoid this, to not show the span tag, but I don't know, maybe I can put percent auto escape here. Let me auto escape, and maybe try and auto escape. Let's try again and check if it helps. No, it does not help, but anyway, we can better, we can use just the easy field value instead, and so it will not render the field using some template with the HTML. We just need the field value, so we can pass content, and the field that we want is title, because if we check the folder class, we'll notice that oh no, its name, actually its name, it has an attribute here, name, and it's required, so this is the folder name. So we can use this Twig helpers here, Twig helper, and get the field value for the attribute title from the folder class. So if we refresh the page now, we have a problem. The field it's the wrong, it's name, because as I told you, the attribute identifier is name. So now I can try again, and yeah, now it's working. Now we have the title that is not displaying HTML tags or code, it's just displaying the folder name. You could also use the fold short name, but in this case I want the folder name because it's required and it's present in all folder content objects. So there is basically it in this tutorial. I just wanted to show how we can extend templates and override the blocks. So we can see here that we are overriding this block area here for the page layout. Also this block content area here. So we are basically overriding this. We can put like test here, and when we refresh we can see that the test is there also. Basically that is it. Also we need to test if when we change this, it will override this page layout here as well, I believe. So let's try again, and yeah, so we can specify to override this page layout or the base bundle page layout. So as long as this bundle extends the base bundle, it has the same effect. So for this tutorial, that is it. I hope you enjoy, and check the other tutorials for more information about the template override system and Twig helpers, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.